How's it guys, it's Linton here from Greenbox Markets. Thought we'd finish off the week and start the weekend with a quick little video to see how our gold trade is doing. As you guys know, we've been in this trade for a little while now, about 3 weeks. We entered it on the 12th of the 6th, 12th of last month, and currently sitting $2,700 in the profit at this moment. So let's just have a look at the analysis and why we got into this trade in the first place. So the first thing that we had after this break to the downside was a corrective structure, which gave us a 1, 2, 3 wave structure. I've shown you guys this a couple of times. I'm just going to run through it quickly. On the 4-hour time frame, we also had a 1, 2, 3 hour structure, a 3 wave structure that broke to the downside. And then we've had a couple little smaller setups on the 1 hour and the 4-hour time frame, which gave us our entry. Let's just go down to the 4-hour and have a look there. So you can see our initial entry here was actually on the 1-hour time frame. And what's really interesting about gold is how it loves these 3 wave structures. There's a little 1, 2, 3 wave structure in there, 1, 2, 3 waves in there, 1, 2, 3 waves in there, and exactly the same thing happened over here. And you guys will recall that that is what I said is possibly going to happen at this target level. The target level that we gave was this 1217 level, and I said that we need to see what happens to the price over there. So I've held this trade. I know quite a lot of guys took profit at this level at the 1217, but I was quite happy to keep the trade, move my stop further into a profitable position, and wait and see what happens with that particular trade. So basically what's happened here is that we've had the setup complete and another little structure has formed and broken to the downside. So where does that leave us now? Basically we've got targets further down on the daily time frame. So if I go back to the daily, this is how we got our initial target over here. And let me show you that quickly. So I was expecting the completion of this 1, 2, and 3 wave structure. So this is basically the trade that I traded over here. With the break of this target to the downside, how do I know where it's going to go? And that basically depends on bigger structures. So if we cruise or look at the weekly structure quickly, we go out to the weekly, we can see here that this structure area over here, this trend line, that's more or less where I'm expecting the price to go. And there's a few things that actually correlate with that as well. So if I go back to the daily, let me just show you here what I'm looking at. I'm going to put in another line so that you can see. We've actually got a head and shoulders formation here as well. So the head and shoulders formation, I'm pretty sure most of you understand how the targeting works on that, but I'll run through it very, very quickly. So we've got a shoulder on the left, 2, that's the head, and then 3, we've got the shoulder on the right. And our target is based on this distance over here. So that distance over there, that basically gives us our target. So let's measure that quickly and then see where that puts us. I'm going to just quickly put a line over there, and the break of that head and shoulders, look how nicely it ties in with this trend line over here that I said is my next target to the downside. So I'm still in this trade. I know a lot of guys are calling for upside on gold, but I'll be honest with you, I'm still seeing the downside, and I think we'll probably get around about to the 1170, 1180 mark before we see a change in trend. And what we will need to see in order to confirm a change in trend, and which didn't happen at this level, is we'll need to see the following setup. So we need to see the price move down to this level, bounce off of it, and then form another flag or a pennant or a wedge or whatever structure it forms over here, break out of that structure, and that will then confirm that the trend is changing, that we've seen a possible trend change. So that was what I was waiting for over here at this level as well. I'm just going to go back down to the 4-hour time frame. So at this level, that's exactly what I was waiting for as well, is to see whether the price was going to form a structure and break to the upside, or whether it was going to form a structure and break to the downside. Now with this break to the downside, I'm confident that we'll see further targets, and the target that I'm calling on the daily, I'm pretty sure we're going to see this level, but it also depends on how the close happens today and what happens after that. So looking at the 1 hour time frame, I can see that it has quite clearly closed outside of this three wave structure, and we're looking at the retest now over here. If I wasn't in gold at the moment, and it wasn't a Friday, I would probably be looking at another entry over here. So I would be adding into my current position at this level, but because it's a Friday and we don't really know what's going to happen over the weekend, I'm not going to add into the position right now. We'll see what it looks like on Monday morning and make a decision as to whether I'm going to add into this position and trade it all the way down to this level over here. So that's it, guys. That's the analysis on gold. Nice break to the downside that we got over here. Head and shoulder setup giving us exactly the same target as the trend line where we're expecting it to go. This has been a great trade. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just move my stop loss a little bit further into profit as that structure has broken to the downside. I'm just going to keep it above that resistance level over there. So locking in $1,000 to $700 odd on that trade. So let's wait and see what happens. Monday morning will be interesting to see where gold opens and possibly enter another position or add into this position to the further targets to the downside. Guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, as well as feel free to leave comments in the comment section below and ask questions regarding any of the services that we offer. Have a great weekend. Take care. Cheers.